What's going on, workforce? Brian here, and today we're talking about the future of Final Fantasy as a brand, really as it goes into 2018. In a recent interview with gameindustry.biz, the CEO of Square Enix said that Final Fantasy is not something that we could ever discontinue. It's a very important franchise for us, but also a sort of great pressure. And this also coupled with Shinji Hashimoto, who's the brand manager overall for Final Fantasy, says that big announcements are coming in 2018. And they've kind of already teased this. We even talked about this slightly in a previous video, but that was also more focused on the Nintendo Switch and their big plans for the Switch going forward. But regarding Final Fantasy as a brand and what they could possibly announce, let's enter into massive and hysteria and speculation. Obvious things that I think they could, just bring about within the next 6 months before E3 2018 would be the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I mean, that seems like the most obvious. It's been announced. We really haven't seen much on it. Is that anywhere near the possibility for 2018, or is that still years away? I'm actually more interested in what you guys are thinking. What do you want to see Square Enix announce over the next 6 months? What is the big buildup? What is E3 2018? What is the one Final Fantasy game that they announced? It could be for any platform, that doesn't matter, but what's the game that you want the most? It's a tough question for me because just as a slew of ideas that we have, and then I'm going to pick just one of them. It's going to be the hardest call I've made in a long time. So you got like the Final Fantasy Tactics series, something we haven't seen an entry in for a long time. Okay, yeah, imagine if we could get some more tactics, right? Okay, then you've got, anything with Ivalice. Obviously they're going to probably do a PC edition of Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age, but basically from what they're talking about here, let's talk about, I guess, things that we're really excited about. So Final Fantasy VII Remake, obviously in the running. Final Fantasy 16, obviously, especially echoing the CEO's comments that this is not something that they're going to discontinue. We can expect to see Final Fantasy 16. Is 2018 the year in which that it's announced? I would highly think that it's just not going to be something that comes out in 2018 by any means. But, the question is when do they plan to announce it versus when do they plan to actually release it? And I'm kind of, at this point saying, you know what, just play it close to the chest until you're ready, until at least the wait is a year and a half, nothing too crazy. But how epic would it be to have some information on Final Fantasy 16 come out of E3 this year? Anyway, so again, tactics, something with Ivalice, Final Fantasy 16, and then also you have Final Fantasy 14. I don't expect that we're going to see any kind of major announcements for that at E3 2018. That's probably going to be more reserved for October, sometime around 2018. So we will be getting more Final Fantasy 14 news in that time. But you know what? If you want that as your category, or if you want that as your pick for this video, that's absolutely fine with me. Okay, so I guess there's really two questions. Is there a game in the Final Fantasy, universe that you would like to see them announce that I haven't even listed in those examples? And if so, what is it? And then let me know if that is also the same game that you would pick. Like if you could only pick one, and that's the importance of this video in and of itself. You get one choice. Oh gosh, like oh man. Yeah. As much as I want to see 16, as much as I want to see, either a new spin-off or whatever, I want to see either a remake for Final Fantasy Tactics or a new game set in that, Ivalician world, set in that kind of that tactics, that job system, brought forth into a kind of a modern game. We're talking about online, we're talking about player, cooperation or versus or what have you. One of the greatest things that one of my friends is hugely excited about is that he watches a lot of YouTube videos about Final Fantasy Tactics where they put two players against each other. They're using complete AI bots with the jobs, but they like to, fight unique and different, party setups with the different jobs to see who wins. How awesome would it be to be able to participate in something like that in real time? It's like Oh man, that stems from it. When I saw that, I was like, why is there not a an update to the Final Fantasy Tactics genre? Ooh. Anyway, guys, in the links below, you're going to find links to the interview that the CEO gave to gameindustry.biz, as well as the article over on Nova Crystallis. It really talks about how they're excited to really that the 30-year anniversary continues in 2018, and that there's going to be a lot of Final Fantasy-esque announcements leading up to E3 or preparing for E3. I'm excited about this stuff, guys. Obviously, I am a fan of the Final Fantasy franchise. I am a huge fan of just the games and the various different iterations of it. Tomorrow, there's going to be more information regarding Final Fantasy 15. It doesn't seem to be slowing down, and that's actually, I think, a really good thing. There was a period where it felt like there was a long time between a Final Fantasy game. Now, it's probably a tough line to watch. You gotta keep that balance, but I'd like to know what you guys are thinking. Again, if you had to pick one game from now to E3, what is the one massive announcement? Is it a release date for 7? Is it Final Fantasy 16? Is it a sequel or a remake of Tactics? Or is it something else that I'm not even thinking of? Let me know in the comments below, and let's have that conversation. I cannot wait to hear your responses. But anyway, guys, for Work to Game, my name's Brian. Thanks for watching this insane video. Let's just be honest. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are too. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.
Hey everybody, Brian and Chuck here for Work to Game. Chuck wants to tell you that you should totally subscribe to the channel, and that you should totally hit that like button. Oh, and then we also got t-shirts on sale for some reason. That's a little bit mean, Chuck. I'm not crazy.